Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to share with you all my recipe for doubles. Now I've had various recipes already on my channel and I recently made doubles and I said, you know what, let me share it again. So to make this, you're going to start by soaking some chana or chickpeas and some split peas or some dal overnight. We're doing this so that it cooks faster. We're going to allow this to come up to a boil. Once it starts to boil, you'll see some impurities start floating to the top. We call it froth in Trinidad. So what you'll need to do is skim off all that froth and allow the majority of the froth to come up before we continue with the next step. So once it looks clean, add in your baking soda and you're going to allow this to cook until the grains are very tender. Once the grains are tender like this, set this aside and put up a pot on medium heat. Add 1 tablespoon of oil to your pot and then go in with some chopped onions, pimento peppers and minced garlic. Allow that to cook until it's very tender. Next, I'm going in with my curry powder. I'm using a combination of mild curry powder and duck and goat. But the duck and goat, I'm using a very little bit because you don't want this to get too dark. Now you're going to cook this for about a minute or so. After which, you're going to go in with some water. And we're going to allow the curry to cook further. Next, I'm going to go in with some green seasoning and we're going to continue to cook this curry until it starts to thicken. Once the curry mixture has thickened, go in with the cooked chana, that combination of split pea and chickpea that we boiled. You're going to go in with that. Mix to incorporate all of the ingredients and we're going to allow this to cook until the sauce thickens up and everything is very tender. You'll know when it's ready when you don't see the dal grains anymore. Next, you'll want to take the back of your spoon once everything has softened and just mash down on a few of the grains to help thicken the chana. Now to make the barra. So in my bowl I have flour, baking powder, yeast and turmeric. Mix to combine and add enough warm water to bring this together to form a soft dough. You want to knead it as soft as sada roti, maybe a little pinch softer, but you don't want this dough to be too soft. So we're going to knead this really well. We want that gluten to form. We want a nice, smooth, supple dough. Now, depending on the climate you live in, you may use more or less water, even depending on the type of flour that you use. Some flour may call for more liquid, some may call for less. So just go with what I said. Knead it to the consistency, a little bit softer than sada roti. Drizzle a little bit of oil onto the dough and continue to knead until it's very smooth. Once it's smooth, cover with a damp paper towel or tea towel and set aside for 5 minutes. Once it's finished resting, it's time to make the dough balls. Now the bigger you make the dough balls, the bigger the doubles is going to be. So if you want a small doubles or small barra, you have to make the barra balls about 1 inch in diameter. If you want them bigger, you make them bigger. So as you can see, I've covered half of them because I don't want it to dry out and to produce a skin. We're going to start by opening out our barra on our countertop with a little bit of oil. This helps so that the barra doesn't stick. Next, this goes into piping hot oil and you're going to fry this as quickly as possible. You just want to flip it a couple times to make sure that it's properly cooked on both sides, and then take it out and place it on some paper towels to drain. And you're going to repeat this process until you've fried out all of the double barra. Remember guys, don't let it fry too long, because if you do, it's going to get stiff. It needs to go into that piping hot oil, and my heat for this was 7.5. You guys see how nice and soft the barras are? Really soft, really pliable. This is how I like my doubles. So to assemble, you're going to take 2 pieces of the barras, place it on your wax paper or parchment paper, add your chana, and add as much or as little as you like. I prefer less chana. Go in with some cucumber chutney, and all of these condiments can be found on my channel. Some tamarind sauce, or you can use the Chief brand pre-made sauces. Hot sauce goes in next, and any additional condiments that you would like. Here you have it, my recipe for homemade doubles. If you guys enjoyed today's recipe, please remember to like and share the video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Enjoy!